Hi guys, and welcome to my channel on the Book Geek, also known as Kiava, and this is a book haul. So the last time I posted a book haul, I think was like 7 months ago. So these are all the books that I've accumulated since then. I tried to go on a sort of book buying ban because I was, and I still am doing a read your shelf reading challenge. I can't stop buying books. So I'm still buying books, but I am still reading more books off of my shelf, and I am still keeping track of how many books I'm reading off of my shelves that I already previously owned versus new books that I have coming in. Anyway, with that being said, let's get started. First up is the Phantom Toll Booth. Now, I am doing a Goodreads reading challenge where I'm reading some of the oldest books from my Goodreads want to read list. This is one of the first books that I added to my Goodreads when I first joined Goodreads many years ago. So we have that one, and Matilda is also another one from my Goodreads reading challenge that I picked up. And it is also one of the earlier books that I added to my Goodreads list. And everybody knows what Matilda is about. And if you don't, I don't know what rock you've been living under. I'm also not going to be going through all the synopses of these. I'm terrible with just like describing what books are about. And I just don't want to sit here and read a ton of synopsis to you. And it's a lot of books, so I can't go through the synopsis for all of these. Also, I picked up The Gathering by C.J. Tudor. This is a vampire story. Next up is The Ritual by Adam Neville. Now, some months back, I did a Adam Neville readathon with my book club. It's one of my favorite movies, which is why I picked up the book. And in this story, we have a group of guys. They're like backpacking or whatever. They're traveling, hiking through an unknown area, I believe. And they sort of get lost in the woods, and they come across this creature, and they come across these people. It's kind of like folk horror. Really, really great writing. Also, as part of that Adam Neville readathon, I also picked up All the Fiends of Hell. I believe this is Aliens. And the third Adam Neville book I picked up was The Vessel. This one I couldn't really get into. I'm not sure if I should DNF it because it's so short. I'm halfway through it. But this is one of the reasons why I didn't make it through my Adam Neville readathon, because I picked up this one first because it was shorter, and I just could not get on with this book. I do want to finish it though, because I keep thinking it's going to get better, but I don't like the writing in this one at all compared to The Ritual. The writing styles seem completely different. But anyway, this one is about this woman. She's struggling. She's like a caretaker. She has this new client or patient, and it's like home care. She goes to this woman's house every day to take care of her. And because she's struggling financially and she don't have the help of her child's father, she brings the child to work with her one day. And then this woman who's very strange, this old woman who's very strange, starts to have some sort of connection and some sort of effect on her child. And I don't know what happens from there. But yeah, it's a short book. I would like to just finish it, but not my favorite Adam Neville. I also picked up Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I bought this after I had already read the book. I had the book previously from the library. Before I did the Adam Neville readathon, some months before that, I did a Riley Sager readathon, and I did accomplish that one. I read several Riley Sager books, and Survive the Night was one of them. It wasn't my favorite Riley Sager, but I did still enjoy it, and I would like to own all of his books. This one is about a woman who hitched a ride with a stranger who may be a serial killer. So, yeah. This next one is one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year, and it is The Wild Robot, believe it or not. I read this one shortly after the movie hit theaters because I wanted to read the book before watching the movie. And in my opinion, the movie does not live up to the book. I've seen a lot of people crying during their reactions of the movie, And the movie did not hit me as hard as this book hit me. And this actually started my obsession with reading robot stories. So I've been adding so many stories that involve robots to my reading list. And I've actually picked up a couple. But yeah, I love this book. I give it 5 stars. It's about this robot, Roz. She shipwrecks on this island. I mean, you guys have probably seen the movie by now. You've seen the previews. It's so widely known now. But she shipwrecks on this island and she adapts. And it's just so heartwarming. She ends up adopting this little birdie and raising it. And she becomes friends with the animals on the island. They become like a family. And it's just so heartwarming. I saw it in the library at the school where I work, and the class that I work in, they had library that day. And I was just sitting down and I happened to look over and it was sitting up on the shelf and I was like, oh, she had just got it. It was a brand new book. And she was like, what? And I was like, oh, The Wild Robot. I said, I want to read that book. And she was like, go ahead and take it. So she let me take the book out and I read it. And then I had to buy it for my collection. I had to own this book. I love this book with my whole entire heart. And believe it or not, it is my favorite book I've read so far this year. Out of all these adult books, this one is my favorite. I loved it so much. I also picked up Model Home. I just love this bright green cover. This was my book club's February book club pick. And as you can see, I tabbed the mess out of this book. This book pulled a lot of great conversation out of the book club. We had a magnificent conversation. It will be coming to my YouTube channel soon. It's about 3 siblings. They were the only Black kids in this neighborhood. And there was a lot of strange occurrences happening in their home. And then you find out why those things were happening. But it's so deeply rooted in other issues. And I thought it was really, really good. I think I gave this one 4 stars. I really, really love this book. I also picked up The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. Of course, I picked this up for my Riley Sager readathon, and this is another thriller by Riley Sager. I picked up this beauty recently. You guys might have seen this one in my recent spring TBR video, and this book is just so beautiful. And one of the reasons that I picked it up is because of my recent obsession with robots. And this one has this cover underneath the dust jacket. It says Rusted Robots. I believe in this book, Death of the Author, the character in this story is writing a book, and I think the book is about robots. But this book is just so beautiful. Oh my God. These blue sprayed edges and this beautiful hardcover with the beautiful end pages. Like, this book is gorgeous. This might be one of the most beautiful books that I own. I can't wait to read this one. And this one is by Nnedi Okorafor. Also, following my robot AI obsession is Descender. I went and just sucked it up and bought the whole damn thing. How you say this? Compendium? I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I just went ahead and bought the whole thing. I haven't started this one yet. I will be starting it soon. I can't wait to read this. I think it's going to rip my heart out. This story actually reminds me of the movie AI, Artificial Intelligence, starring Haley Joel Osment, I believe. And that movie, one of my favorite movies, gut-wrenching, ripped my heart out. Little robot boy. We have another little robot boy, and I think this one is going to have the same effect on me. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the synopsis. It says 10 years after planet-sized robots called harvesters appeared and wreaked havoc across the galaxy, a young android named Tim-21 wakes to find that all robots have been outlawed. I also finally sucked it up and bought the whole Compendium 1. Somebody tell me if I'm saying this word right. Of The Walking Dead. And I said, what the hell? Let's go ahead and get part 2. So this shit is chunky. I mean, I like having the smaller volumes because they're easier to hold, easier to travel with. I won't be traveling with this. I'll only be reading this at home. And I just also like the volumes because I like to have the individual ones with the covers, and I probably will still buy those sometime in the future, but I just been reading these very slowly because it takes me so long to buy those small volumes that I just said, what the hell, and bought the big one so I can get through this comic faster because it's taking me way too long to read these. So now I'll be able to get caught up. But yeah, I cannot wait to jump into this. I also picked up The Dream Hotel recently. You would have seen this one also in my spring TBR. This is a book that's on my spring TBR. Didn't make it to the list. And I definitely will be reading this. This one reminds me so much of Minority Report, that movie. People's dreams are kind of like monitored. And this woman gets like arrested for a dream that she had about something that hasn't even happened yet. So they arrested her because she had a dream of hurting her husband, I believe. And in Minority Report, if you ever seen that movie starring Tom Cruise, they were arresting people before they committed their crimes. So I thought that was very, very interesting. And yeah, this one sounds like it's going to be so up my alley. Another book that's on my spring TBR is I Who Have Never Known Men. Yeah, this is a little book that I cannot wait to get into, and it is about these women that are being kept like imprisoned in cages underground, and I think the only relationships that they have with men are not very positive, and I believe that one of them, or I don't know how many of them, are going to come up to the surface. Another book from my spring TBR, wow, is Hex, and I believe this is a witchy horror story. I love this cover. Woman on the cover reminds me of Mama from that movie Mama. Sound crazy? Next up, I have Fragments of Horror by Junji Ito. This will be my first Junji Ito book. I've been wanting to get into these type of stories and get into manga. Is that how you pronounce it? You read them backwards. So it kind of confuses me, but I will figure it out because I'm so interested in these type of stories. I love this cover. This year, I'm really branching out with my reading. The more I look at this cover, the creepier it gets. I don't know what this is about, y'all. An old wooden mansion that turns on its inhabitants. A dissection class with a most unusual subject. A funeral where the dead are definitely not laid to rest. Ranging from the terrifying to the comedic, from the erotic to the loathsome, these stories showcase Junji Ito's long-awaited return to the world of horror. So I think it's different stories of horror, like a short story collection. Okay, wow. I will be picking up more Junji Ito books, if not for anything but the cover alone. I don't care. Judge me. Go judge your mama. All right, next up we have Chain Gang All Stars. This one has been compared to Hunger Games, and that's all I really need to know. I also picked up some comics. So I have the Terminator 1, 2, 3, and then it goes this way, 4. I don't have all of them. I think this has 6 issues. These are the ones by Salvi Sparrow, and I think it's 6 of these. So I bought the first 4, and hopefully I can find the other ones soon so I can finish those. And everybody knows what the Terminator is about. Okay, and if our world don't get it together and they keep making these robots and shit, we're going to have to deal with our own real life Terminators. But that's neither here nor there. Next up, we have another graphic novel. This is book 2 to Y the Last Man. If you watched my graphic novel reading vlog that I just posted, go watch it after this one. You will know that Y the Last Man was one of my favorites from that reading vlog. And what this story is about is the end of men, basically. Every man and every mammal with a Y chromosome just suddenly dropped dead. Okay, and it is so interesting. Continuing on with my Android robot obsession, we have Electric State. The movie just recently came out onto Netflix, and I've been deliberately avoiding it because I don't think that it's going to live up to the book. I really don't. I will watch it eventually, but I kind of think it's going to disappoint me. This is one of my favorite stories ever. This was so beautiful and heartbreaking. We have this girl. She's traveling across the country with her little yellow robot friend. And then when you find out why at the end, oh, just ripped my heart out. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay, and of course, I bought Sunrise on the Reaping. I only own the first Hunger Games book, but I've read the entire series, and now I'm currently reading this one. And I'm still fairly in the beginning of the story, and I'm already getting pissed. I'm already mad, yelling at the book, upset, and I already know what's going to happen because we see where Hamish ends up. You know what I'm saying? So we know some of the things that's going to happen, but it's just gut-wrenching, and it makes me so angry the way those assholes in the Capitol behave. Oh, I can't stand them. But yeah, I'm loving this so far. And if you don't know, which I don't know how because it's been everywhere, this is Hamish's backstory. Also, if you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I sort of kind of went crazy after watching the Heartstopper show. And you already know, I bought this whole goddamn collection. So here we have volume 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I also have volume 5, which I accidentally bought this twice. I bought this 2 times by accident. So there's another copy back here that I'm going to probably sell on PangoBooks or give away or put in a free library somewhere. But yeah, so I have the first 5 volumes. Oh. And then I also bought the Heartstopper yearbook. This Heartstopper novella this winter. This novella, Nick and Charlie. I also bought Solitaire. This is about Tori. This is more Tori's story. And then I also bought some of Alice's other books, which are Radio Silence. I Was Born for This. And Loveless. Ever since I watched Heartstopper, I kind of fell down like this boy love, male on male romance rabbit hole. After watching Heartstopper, I watched Young Royals on Netflix. If you have not seen Young Royals and you are not a prude, go watch Young Royals. Okay, there's something about boy love stories that I really, really adore. But I've been in my gay romance era, honey. So after watching Heartstopper, fell in love, bought all the books, then went and watched Young Royals. Swoon, honey, swoon. Then watched Red, White, and Royal Blue. Then I discovered Scam. I only watched the 3rd seasons of like 3 scams because the 3rd season is the boy love, male on male romance storyline. In the original Scam, it's Isaac and Evan who fall for each other. And then they have all these different remakes to Scam, which basically tell the same story. They switch little details up here and there, but it's basically the same story of Isaac and Evan, but with different characters. I then watched the French version, Scam France, and that season 3 was about Lucas and I think Elliot, and Elliot is gorgeous. Who is screaming? And then I watched, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Druid? I watched that version. And that one was, oh my God. That one was David and Mateo. And I watched another one after that. Oh, it was WT, FOCK, WT fuck, however they say it. I watched that one. And that one had, oh my God, who was the 2 male characters in that one? Robbie and Sander. So I like, honey, I am in my gay romance era, okay? And so I picked up other gay romance books. So besides all the Heartstopper stuff, I also picked up The Girl from the Sea. I read this one already. This is a lesbian story. And it was so cute. It was just so freaking adorable. I really, really loved this one. And then I picked up Run Wild. And this is also about two boys falling for each other, I believe. Yes, honey. So if you know about other boy love, male on male romance, gay love, gay romance, send it my way. Send it my way. It's what I've been watching the most of also on Instagram. And so like my algorithm right now is all LGBTQIA romance, boy love stories. So I've been getting a lot of recommendations for books that I didn't know about before. And honey, I got so many on my list to read. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Oh my God, Young Royals. I can't decide who's my favorite boy love gay characters, if it's Nick and Charlie or fucking Willie and Simone. I can't decide. Oh my God. Now, really, really quickly, I'm just going to run through these children's books that I picked up recently. I do Girl Scouts. I do an after school Girl Scouts program. And one of the schools where I host the after school program, they had like a table laid out with free children's books. So of course I picked up some. I picked up Timothy Wuffin Puffin Whippersnapper. Don't know what these are about, but Waiting for the Magic. This one looked adorable. And of course, this little critter book. I used to love these books when I was a kid. Whenever I come across one of these, I take it. I do want to own all the little critter books. And I want to own all the Horrible Harry books and all the Goosebumps books. I don't care, okay? I will read them. I also picked up, Hey, You're Not Santa. I love children's books, y'all. Like, I actually collect children's books. And I got this one, The Story of Hung Boo and Nobu. I'm probably not saying that right. It's a Korean folktale story. So I love the diverse books, you know me. And I picked up Journey to a New Land and Oral History. This one is very, very important right now since people seem to think that immigration is a crime nowadays. Let me know if you read any of these. Also, like I said before, if you have any gay romance, boy love, male on male, I'll take some lesbian stories too. I'll take some pansexual, asexual, bisexual. If it is a love story, send it my way. Send it my way. Okay, a little spice is good. Send them my way, please, because that's the era I'm in right now, honey. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.